Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to stop yourself losing a client. Now, this is a very interesting topic, and I'm sure if anyone's searched this topic on YouTube, you are potentially about to lose a client, and you're searching this on YouTube because you're thinking, shit, I've fucking signed a client, I'm living the dream of the SMMA life, like, you know, making loads of money, doing this and this, but now I'm on the brink of losing it because I didn't run my agency in the proper way. Now I'm watching Harry and Tom SMMA on YouTube and I'm asking for help. So I think, first of all, before you go into any strategies of how to keep them long term and stop you from losing them, it's important to do some self-reflection and be like, right, how have I lost this client? I was living the dream. I was $1,000 2 months ago. I was getting paid $1,000 a month to do social media management, running some ads. And now they're screaming at me down the phone because I've not delivered what I said I was going to deliver. So you need to look back on it, look back on the sales process and think, right, what did I say in the meeting? What did I say I was going to deliver? Was my communication okay? Was the service delivery not what I said it was going to be? Did I do everything said I was going to do? You've got to look back on everything and see, right, what are they angry about if they're angry? What are they not happy about? What are they disappointed with? And use that information so you don't get into the same situation again and lose more clients. But if you might be at the point where it's too late and they've made the decision, but you may not be. So, and even if you're not at the point of losing a client, hopefully this video will help you not lose clients in the future. So when it comes to losing a client, it's usually one of three things, and it's always the same three things. Number one is you're not getting the results. Like that's the bottom line, guys. And to be honest, if you can't get them results and you've done everything you can, as long as you've not guaranteed things and overpromised things, then not getting them results is okay. As long as you've done the rest of the stuff we're going to talk about, communication's on point, you've been honest, and you've done everything in your willpower to get them results. But if you literally can't get them results, you've followed, even if you're in the academy and you've followed our testing strategy, you've followed our sales funnel scripts, you've followed everything that we do for our clients, and you can't get them results, that is absolutely fine. Like, don't stress, don't think SMMA is dead. If you're losing a client because you aren't aware of the Facebook ad platform in the correct way, you don't know how to test properly, you don't know correct strategies, then that's something that you need to look at and go back to the drawing board and be like, right, well, I'm not actually 100% confident in my service delivery. Like, I don't understand email marketing that well. I don't really understand how to analyze a Facebook ad to make changes and scale it. Like, if it's stuff like that, which you deep down know was the problem and that's why you've lost a client, then it is down to you to not sign a client once you lose these, go back to the drawing board and build your service delivery. Like, your agency is only as good as your service delivery, and that is the foundation of your business. Like, there's nothing else. That's the absolute foundation. You could be the best communicator in the world, you could be the best salesperson in the world. If your service delivery is shit, you're not going to get anywhere and you're going to lose clients consistently. So sort your service delivery out. Number two, and this is quite a unique one, which is have a solution for everything and don't waffle. So if you're on a sales call, you don't have to have a solution to every problem that a client brings to you straight away, but you should give them some kind of roadmap of how to overcome the problem if it's to do with your service. If you're not getting results on a particular Facebook ad and you get on a meeting and they say, well, Harry, what's happening with it? How are we going to move forward? And you're like, oh, I don't know. Well, they're just going to be like, well, why am I paying you then? You're not an expert in it. Rather than that, you come on with it and say, right, Tim, this Facebook ad's not working. This is what we've learned. This is the data we've got back. This is how we're going to move it forward. And this is the strategy for the next 3 to 4 weeks. They're going to appreciate that a lot more. And even if you've not got them results, which is kind of what you're doing to progress the strategy, they're going to respect it because you've notified the issue before they notify it for you. And you've given them a roadmap of what to overcome and what you've learned from it. That's so different than getting on a call and being like, I have no idea what's happening. This Facebook ad's not worked. It's never happened before. I'm new to the Facebook ad platform. Fuck. Like, that's not what you want to do. You want to be in full control of the contract. You want to be in full control of the campaign, and you need to make it aware to the customer that you are in control and you know what you're doing. Number three is spotting opportunities before they happen. Now, this is This is quite difficult to do if you're a beginner, but you need to have your foot on the pulse when it comes to things in the industry that are changing. And this is, and I say this in all videos, and I said it in the previous video, where you have to be up to date with what's currently working on the Facebook ad platform. You need to be up to date on what trends are happening on TikTok, or what type of content's going viral on the different social media platforms, so that you can tell your customer to do it. What you don't want to happen is your client to get on a call with you and say, Harry, why are we not doing this? Everyone else in the industry is doing this type of content. Everyone else in the industry is doing this style of ad or whatever, and you not having an answer to it. You are the expert in social media marketing, and this isn't to say you need to have the answers to everything. This isn't what I'm saying. And it's not to say that you can never be wrong or a client can never bring you ideas you've never heard of. But if you're always on the back foot and they're getting the idea that, the client cares more about the social media marketing industry than you do, and they're telling you about Facebook ad updates, and, you're constantly reacting to their knowledge rather than you bringing it to them and, progressing the campaigns, they're going to probably question you in the sense of, could I be paying someone better? Could I be paying someone that's has their foot on the pulse of everything that's happening in the marketing industry? And the answer is probably yes, if that's the case. And finally, have the best interest of the client at heart. Don't be a really pushy salesperson. And I'm going to use another example of a sales call last week. I got on a sales call, and I mentioned it in the previous video. Someone that we were on a sales call with had just started working with an agency, and she was super unhappy. She said it was the first time she's ever screamed and shouted in front of employees. Employees were like, whoa, I've never heard you speak like that before. And the reason for that was they didn't have the best interest of the client at heart, because they were pushing her and really pressurizing her into the sale when they knew deep down she wasn't ready, because she wasn't ready when she signed that contract. And that's where that agency has fallen short, is because they've chased that quick sale by getting her to sign a contract a month ago, but they're now going to lose that client next month because they weren't patient. Whereas we've come in, because as soon as she gets rid of them, she's signing with us, because we've been patient. We've gotten free meetings with her. We've gotten a free strategy call. We've built that relationship. And she's like, Tom and Harry, I can't believe I went with anyone else other than you. And now she's willing to sign a 6-month contract with us off the back of a terrible agency experience, which is very unheard of. And that's because we had the best interest of that client at heart, because we saw that she'd been stung by another agency. And that, I would class that as being stung. They pressured her into the sale. They didn't deliver what they say they were going to deliver. They didn't get their face on camera and showcase where they were. They wouldn't even tell her where they were located. So it was a really shady kind of sale and agency, but she went straight into a 6-month contract with us. And that says a lot about our agency, that we're not super salesy, we're not super pushy, and clients respect that. And I'm so glad it's going this way. And I'm actually so glad that 99% of agencies out there are terrible salespeople. They're super pushy. They come out with these ridiculous guarantees like, we're going to get you 100 grams worth of revenue in the next month through Facebook ads, which everyone knows is just a load of bollocks. Like, I'm so glad that agencies like that are about, because when Tom and I get on a meeting, our academy members get on a meeting, they just blow it out the park, because now being a normal person and not coming out with these ridiculous claims is like seen as unusual. And you come on and promise these stupid things, every business owner is like, do you think I was born yesterday? I've been running a business for 30 years. I've never heard something so ridiculous in my life, that you're going to add 100 grand worth of revenue in the first 2 months of working together. Like, it's just ridiculous. So when we get on a meeting, they're like, shit, nice people, not over-promising, gonna fucking work ridiculously hard for me. I understand the strategy. I understand why they're going to do that. Let's get going. Like, it's such a different dynamic, and it's the dynamic that we teach in the academy in detail in terms of how to actually build a relationship that's in that way, that's super useful. But hopefully that helps, guys. That's not necessarily like specific scripts you're going to send to a client to keep a client if you're on the brink of losing them. It's just some characteristics you need to have about yourself and potentially other people in your agency that's going to help you keep clients long term in the future. But hopefully you enjoyed that video, guys. If you've not watched our previous video, the previous video was on what it takes to be successful in social media marketing. Super good video. Give it a watch. Let me know what you think. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow at 9 AM.